Well, Carmelo Anthony's family just keeps making things worse and worse for him. In particular, it looks like his dad, who was just caught running or coordinating this insane bot network, or, well, it really wasn't a bot network, it's a harassment network for anyone that is negatively covering his son in his eyes. Most of us just call it the truth, but I've got all the evidence for you in this video. Also, we're still waiting for the records request from Friday's arraignment. Presumably, he pled not guilty. I assume if anything else had happened, we'd already have that news out. But as soon as we actually get those documents, I'll do another video for you on there. And then it's probably going to get quiet for a while because the trial's not going to be till next year. And, you know, unless his dad keeps acting crazy, there won't be a heck of a lot to say. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Meta PCs. Keep it short and sweet. If you're in the market for a new computer, promo code The Quartering will save you money. Link in the description. It's the only computer I use. It's the only laptop I use. It's the only ones my friends and family use. And they've been a long-time sponsor of the channel. So when you're in the market, metapcs.com, they do custom builds and they do ready-to-ship PCs as well. And they have financing and so much more. So let's get to this lunatic bot network. Since the beginning of April, I have reported on the Anthony/Metcalf case with detail and accuracy. This is Sarah Fields. Sharing information from open records, request responses, direct sources, court documents, and public records. Insane and baseless rumors, vile statements, threats, and outlandish conspiracies have been spread about the Metcalfs, which I have torn apart and dismantled every step of the way. Because of my reporting, my character has not only been attacked, but my past lied about, my life threatened. Not only Dominique Alexander, who has mysteriously disappeared from the scene. That's another thing. Many people are speculating that they have fired Dominique Alexander, the spokesperson for the Carmelo Anthony family, who, to be honest with you, probably should have been fired. This guy was only in it for himself. He's like a Timu Al Sharpton. So I'm in the same camp. I definitely think that he was let go. And that's probably the first smart thing Carmelo Anthony's parents have done in the past several weeks. But we haven't seen that confirmed, and I'm not sure. But it's been like a month, and he hasn't said a single thing about it. On top of that, they hired this $100,000 retainer, massive high-priced lawyer. I assume that lawyer said, hey, get rid of that moron. He's making you look bad. I could be wrong, but that's my speculation. But also by people spreading sickening narratives about the victim, the Metcalfs, disseminating lies and rumors about them and me. I have filed a lawsuit against 3 of these malicious individuals. I believe that would be Tiffany Billions, Charleston White, who has been mysteriously quiet on this, as well as, I'm not sure the third one. I don't know who the third one is. Maybe it's this other account we're going to talk about in a second. Oh, these malicious individuals. Okay, so probably just these 2. As a result, I face threats, harassment, doxing nearly every single day. I'm sharing these screenshots from yesterday to give you a sense of what I'm dealing with. Now, they're going after a woman who's like 8.5 months pregnant. Like, I'm not sure what kind of man does that, but not one that I would know. You know, that is definitely not, that is not something that a strong man would ever do. The idea that you would go and say, hey, we're going to go after this pregnant lady and we're going to make sure, you know, we make her life a living heck. And wait till you see some of the stuff I've dug up on this guy, because it's absolutely insane. Just you'll see. As a result, a lawsuit has been filed against Charleston White. So maybe they're trying to, you know, go after Charleston White. I'm not exactly sure. Like, maybe they're caping for him. It's difficult to know because, you know, Charleston, he does have, you know, his fans, obviously. But I don't know if they're that invested. I don't know if they're trying to get themselves sued over this. That's just my prediction, but I suppose we'll have to wait and see. A lawsuit has been filed against Charleston White and Tiffany Billions, and it's necessary because it's time for reporters to fight back and stop living in fear for their lives and their families just for doing their jobs. Now, I've redacted the second screenshot because this individual doxed and threatened several of my followers on Facebook. This person is threatening my family and my life and implies that he is just waiting for me to deliver my baby. Now, also understand that this individual is friends with Drew Anthony on Facebook, probably getting information from. I can't prove that, but here this is. I'm going to take a look at deeper account of this Himothy account, which is probably a troll account, but I'm going to leave a link to it, and we'll see if we can get Facebook to act on this stuff because it's actually crazy. 36 days till this bee delivers, and I'm gonna tear everything down. There's so many swears in her life. I know where her home at, know where her husband work, and all next month is going to be hell for them. All she had to do was stop. I'm worse than Charleston. I'm going to make you fear for your life and give no F's about it. Make sure Trish or Justine tell her time is ticking. Mina, Ty, Tank Jansen are taking all these weirdos. I don't really know who said. Okay, I see you. Put in an address. That's who messaged about the group. She's messaged Shara the most recebit criminal records stuff about Drew. Well, Drew Anthony does have an open warrant. So I don't know if he's saying that that's a lie. I certainly don't think it would be. As far as I know, it's absolutely true. I mean, I don't know any scenario where what they're saying is untrue. But I guess, Drew Anthony must be feeding him this information. They're obsessed with the wrong stuff, but let her know for me. Vaughn said you messaged Sarah again. He gonna message a bunch of people on Discord your location, and Sarah Ish has been known. She's got to still deliver. That's it. No games played after that. 36 days and counting, and I'm on her rear end. So he's saying, "Oh, I'm just gonna wait for her to give birth, and I'm gonna commit crimes." That's what he's saying. He's literally stalking and he's stalking her and saying he's going to commit crimes in Drew Anthony's name. And you see Himothy is friends with Drew Anthony. Here's Drew Anthony's tweet or personal messages apparently he shared. I messaged them their addresses. Justine particularly, I told her to go to the hospital, and her husband currently is his doctor in. Now they're going around telling MFers on TikTok that I'm threatening them like I really give an F. Here's Drew Anthony. This is going to get Drew Anthony in big, big trouble. Here is the actual receipt. Drew is saying, wow, why they keep harassing us though? He's not saying stop it. He's not saying I didn't tell you to do that. He's not saying he's supporting this lunatic's behavior. That's what he's doing. Because they rally behind Sarah, everything Sarah do or say, they take like a commandment, like she is God or something. It's really weird. This whole box opened up because of Sarah. Seriously, and she lives in the town, Texas, and is pregnant. Like, it's outrageous. That's why I said I got to go there. Because I know her husband's job site, and something's got to give. Let this play out. She's doing stuff for views and engagement and for the money from gullible people. Like, she be doing too much. Focus on her family, not y'all and that family. And I'm going to take care of that. That is a very serious threat that I hope gets sent to the FBI. This guy is a lunatic. And you see here on Facebook, Timothy's few friends are, in fact, Drew Anthony. So Drew Anthony is very likely to be feeding information to this psychopath. By the way, Sarah Fields does have, I wonder, here's her Give Send Go. It's it's givesendgo.com/Sarah Fields. She's up to $18,000. I hope we can get her to her $25,000 goal to cover all of these lawsuits because it's actually bonkers. The delusion that these people have. You know, it's insane, and there has to be some consequence for it. I noticed that, I check my messages. I don't have any messages from Drew Anthony or this loser Himothy. Himothy, you want to, hey, I'm reporting on it just as much. Feel free to F around and find out, my friend. You may know my lawyer as well, and he may get to know you. And Drew Anthony, you are being really stupid, brother. Like, I get it. You want to, cape for your son. I think that's normal for a parent to do that. But Gadzooks, you are making things incredibly worse. Zero says, Karmelo Anthony family updated their terms of service. Fancy cars is okay because they need wheels. Basic living costs all covered in this spending spree. So it looks like they're up to no good with their gifts and go. Oh, yeah, here's the part I was going to remind you. She's only $7,000 short. I donated $2,500, but every $10, $15 goes a long way. Make sure you check that out. And now here, see, Himothy, who has threatened to come to my house once I deliver my child, has actually shared screenshots of conversation between him and Drew Anthony. Like, do you get how bad this is for Karmelo? This is insanely bad. Whoever runs this Himothy account, which is probably some dumb white kid trying to pretend to be black or whatever, he's also got a Discord. I would love for some access to that Discord, or anybody who's in it. Feel free to do some reporting on this tough guy's Discord, because this is absolutely insane. Here's his Facebook page. You can see facebook.com/Himothy.398,494. And it's absolutely full of unhinged insanity. Like, this dude needs to get a visit from the cops. He's issuing open threats on a pregnant woman. And it is just so weird. Very, 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 very weird. I don't interact with Himothy, but I would be interested to find out who Himothy is and maybe where he lives privately, because I'd like to make sure that we serve him with the correct legal papers, or that we can pass it on to the FBI, because these are some real threats this idiot is issuing, and I don't really care for him. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to check out Meta PCs, link in the description below. Promo code The Quartering when you're in the market for a new computer. Pre-built, custom built, whatever you need, laptops, accessories. I've been partnered with them for years, and I absolutely love their products. I'm actually getting a new one very soon. And we'll talk to you again real soon.